You know the people with teeth all hit the button when they get offended, don't they? Smelly gums. You hear me? Couldn't give a how white they are. Your gums are like me backside, mate, on a bad night. You know when you've been to a fezzy and you haven't changed your boxies and it's just been horrendous for you, you've snapped a couple out through the weekend and just haven't managed to wipe your ass properly. That's what your gums look like, fella. All of yous though. Yeah, you're sweet, you lad. You've only had them in a year. Give yourself another 2 or 3 years, mate. Your breath's going to stink of pure poo. Gingivitis and that. Yes, Jojo. Pure gingivitis all over the gaff, mate. Horrendous. Having to turn over away from your bed of a night and that, because you know you've got to live with this breath now. Everything you're trying is not working and it's starting to affect your mindset. You're looking for fake gums all over the internet, but you just don't do fake gums nowhere. That's what it is, Lauren. Breath for life. It's like a bag out the Asda. Like a bag for life, mate. Hey? Go down Breath Road, you've got all different flavours, mate. You pull up, bang a bag to the lips, squeeze the nipples, and out comes whatever you want, mate. Depending on where they got the teeth from, depends on what the flavour is. South side of Turkey, you get shabish with the quiche, with the kesh, with the kosh. You know what I'm saying? North side of Turkey, you get the shabash with the shabush, with the shabish, with the shabash. You know what I'm saying, kid? West side of Turkey, you get shagong, shagong, breath. All of them have different effects. Uppers, downers, inners, outers. You know what I'm saying? I know. She went into one, didn't I? She went into one. It's the gums on your ma, mate. They're making me go double vision. You've got mould on them, la. All blacked out and stuff. How are you anyway, girl? How are your teeth? How are your teeth, my love? How are your gums coming along? You know, most of you women, you're not just eating food with your mouths, are you, these days? So there's a lot more impact, a lot more, you know, corrosion going on in there. Then again, you know, you can't level that at the women these days, can you? There is a few little confused bogeymen out there whose mouths are getting corroded more than others. You know what I'm saying, people? Yes, NMA777, how are you, my mate? Yeah, just keep your mouth shut if you don't want slapping all over the live. You know what I'm saying, cadet? Grab you by your ponytail. Educate you on what you look like. Helmets. Haircut. Sharpish. Now. Don't you feel like a f***ing knobhead, lad? No, be honest. I'm not picking on you. I'm not trying to pick on no one, actually. I'm just saying, like, do you not burn your own head out when you stood in that mirror with your insets and your bird's brush and your man's blow dryer like this? I've had problems with you for the last 3 years, your type, kid. You know, I'm shitting myself in male changing rooms these days, mate. They're like fighting over air dryers. Honest to God, lotioned up to fuck. Where was the good old days? Can hurry up, what do you need makeup for anyway? You're beautiful without it. Do you understand what I'm saying? That used to be the shout years ago, weren't it, the fellas? The makeup, you're well better without it. Yeah, but I don't feel alright, well just hurry up. And eventually you'll get out the door with your bird looking like she's dead in a coffin, wouldn't you? White, pale, eyes sticking out at you like that. But it's sweet, you just want to get the bevy in you, don't you? Now, the birds aren't wearing makeup no more. They're just looking, you know, they're natural all over. They're just looking boss, aren't they? Some look like fish. Some look like donkeys. Some look like little piglets and shit. It's great out there if you're an animal lover, isn't it? It's horrendous if you don't like animals, like me. Know what I'm saying to you? I just know I'm offending people now, but not on purpose. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, you know, if you want to take this as an apology, I'm not asked. Take what you like, just take it behind your own front door and don't give it to kids, alright? Take it up, take it out, take it without shout, whatever, just don't influence the children, alright? How are you, trench fisher? So what do you fish for in the trenches, lad? That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean about these fishermen. Look at him. He fishes in Stanley Park. He's saying he fishes in the trenches like he's in World War II and got scurvy, dying for some vitamin C. They're off the barnest, them fishermen, aren't they? Eh? Fishing in trenches. Where do you think you are, lads? Where'd you fish? On the canal on Voxy? Throwing your own fish in, getting them back out like a lemon. And here you are on social media going, yeah, I fish in the trenches. How can you fish in the trenches, you helmet? Watch out, people, we've got a trench fisher. Fucking great, them fishermen, mate. Well, some of them, you know, some of them are just downright possessive, obsessive, drug-dealing scumbags, just sat there smoking weed. Yeah, what do you want in my amusement park? Come and pick it up. It's busy, it's better look busy. Yeah, what do you want? Come to this park, pick it up. That's what they're like, aren't they? Like they're not on top, doing that 25 years ago. Like the feds don't know. Oh my god. I've seen people robbing me image lately. You know, the cap, the sunglasses. I brought that onto the scene 8 years ago. Don't know why I lost it. Now I look different, don't I? How different do I look? Just with a pair of shades on. Can I pull it off? Can I pull it off, people? Can I pout like next man? Can you do this? See, everyone likes me with the shades on. I must say. Sometimes I think about, you know, if I could self-inflict a power neck on myself, how would it feel? Because I know I am one of the best power neckers in the world, being told by many a birds. I was that dickhead that you're seeing on the dance floor necking the of some ugly. But you know, the more ugly you neck on them dance floors, the better you become at power necking, and eventually it gets round like wildfire. All the ravers want to taste the tongue on the tonsil. You know what I'm saying? You get the higher class birds coming in, like I was saying earlier on, like my man's mother. you know, enhanced level slapper. They've all heard about you kissing. They've all heard about the power and the energy that transfers through the tongue onto the tonsil when you're power necking them. And they all start floating around you like you're some sort of piece of shit and they're flies. Bzzz, all loitering with intent to get in and have their little nibble at you. So I've always tried to, you know, put myself in that position of self-inflicting a power neck upon myself to see how I feel. Whether my nipples stand to attention as soon as the tongue touches the lips. Know what I'm saying, ladies? I see Lady G babies in here doing the honours, protecting the vault from the vultures. Christine, chatting pure poo. Yep. I see your gums, girl. It's alright. Half a pack of, you know, extra mint bubble gum. Sort your head out for an hour. Rest of the night, girl, just talk down. You'll be sweet. Yeah, just talk down. Just put your chin on your chest or something. You know, do not raise it up here, otherwise you're going to get charged up. Section 20s and shit. Pure lip burns, cheek burns and shit. Just keep that breath to yourself, love. It's like acid. Hey, how are you, la? Buzzing in your tuxedo. Helmet. Yeah, you're getting married, lad. Just bang a suit on. Start going in a three-piece suite and cufflinks and then all this bullshit. That's just not you. You're spending Brewsters on this one day for a photo that makes you look rich. It's just not you, kid. Just slam your jeans on a Hugo Boss t-shirt, drag your beard down and gaff, sign it and get off. You know what I mean? Spend that 20 bags on a car or something, kid, eh? Get yourself a little taxi plate and on one for the rest of your life, la. Have your beard doing your books and that. Have a little bird on the side because you're a taxi driver. Yous all have. What, love? Oh, I've ruffled some feathers there, have I, love? Is your fella a cab driver, is he? Oh, and your fella's dead loyal and faithful just to you, is he? I'll say no more. You know, I don't want to start talking about the taxi driver's secrets. But it's quite simple. Every taxi driver's got his little bit of meter on the side. Do you understand what I'm saying by meter? You know, it's a phrase from the Hackney days. How are you, Yen One? We Cutie says it how it is. That's how it is. Steve Bruffman. We Cutie knows, la. She's been one of them birds that sneaks into the passy of the taxi. Gets under his little money tray, coat over her head. Gets took round the local park, dealt with. Drop back off with a little £5 note in her back bin. You know, don't read too much into it, my love. Just because he's got a little meter on the side doesn't mean he's in love with it. You know, you can tell the way she moves. She's a wrong'un. Trust me, you get the chemistry, she gets the diseases. How many of you are dosed up and you don't even know it? Disgusting, mate. When was the last time you got into a health centre and got yourself checked instead of just scratching yourself for the past 18 months thinking, oh, it's the laundry. Oh, it must be the washing tablets that I'm using all of a sudden on my underwear. Nah, you're dosed up. Get yourself checked out because you're making our city disgusting right now. While you're not telling no one, you're creating people, carriers. Then people that carry that disease that you give them, pass it on. Go and get your checks. Go and get yourself checked out, girl. I've had all the STDs and that, you know. Learning curve when you're a teenager, innit? Dabbling here, dabbling there. You don't really care, do you? But then you get a scare and just go, hey, I better stop that, eh? You go through the situation where you're putting a bally on every time you're going in. Every time you go in, you're ballied up. But it's horrendous. It just doesn't feel right. It's not good for man. Do you understand what I'm saying? I just got onto the situation around 18. Get one bird. Pulled it off, didn't I? Adapted on the spot. Nothing fazed me. Didn't knock me off track. Kept it going. Kept us engaged. Kept the audience captivated in what I'm doing. Survived the attack. Someone tried to sabotage me live there. Kept it under control. Kept it flowing. Never panicked. Kept myself nice, calm, motivated. Michelle G saying you deserve better. Better than what? A prison cell? This room's well better than a prison cell. For example, prison cell, 2 plug sockets if you're lucky. In here, 7. Just add an extension, 12. Happy days. So yeah, this is better than what I've had all my life basically. Why? The door's not barricaded up. I'm not thinking 5 we're gonna kick me door in. My phone's not going off its keg with all punches and wrecking me and I cost the 150 down. Understand what I'm saying? I'm not getting phone calls off shit houses because shit houses have come by their house and I've got to go down and deal with it. All that bullshit. Jail, little slappers thinking you know what loyalty and faithfulness is. All that bullshit, like, you just get rid of it. And you're automatically living a better life than what you was. Without any money, you're definitely living a better life than you was with all that bullshit in your life. You got intro saying do a battle. Why? So you can go on that side and ask them to chat shit. Let's have a look at you, mate. Yeah, you little filmy. You know how to be, you little scumbag. Sweaty breath. You're one of them that's in the stage of like not being able to afford new teeth. You know, so you can identify you for what you really are, you scruffy, unhygienic piece of poo. Just like with half of them with them turkey teeth. The reason they've got turkey teeth because they couldn't brush fucking teeth every day. Do you understand? Poor mouth hygiene. Just because they've got them big luminous white teeth in doesn't mean all of a sudden the mouth is clean. Do you understand what I'm saying to you people? Yes, yen one. Mana mana. Just imagine them doctors working on them. They're not dentists. They're ripping your wisdom out of your body. That's what you need to understand, lad. Look at my teeth. Yeah, aren't they? Not bright white or nothing, are they? But they're my own. They're my own teeth. How have I still got my teeth having lived this life I've lived? By brushing them once a day, at least. Sometimes I'll go into addiction mode, start brushing my teeth 4 times a day like a lunatic for about 3 months, thinking my teeth are going whiter. And then I can have a wake-up call, do you understand what I'm saying? But you simply just brush your teeth on a daily basis. And you'll be sweet. You won't need none of these. You see, you need to understand how important your teeth are. Do you know there's only a few things that survive if you burn to death? Your teeth's one of them. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? You can be identified through your teeth. If you've got 100 of yous burned to death and you've all got veneers, they can't go, oh, that's my man, and that's my man, and that's my man. You know, they don't go, oh, yeah, let's put these on a birth certificate. Do you understand what I'm saying? Does that make sense? What you've got to understand about your teeth is your teeth are attached to nerves. Your nerves are attached to everything else what goes on up here. So when you start chewing your food, your teeth will send signals down to your intestines to release an acid. So as soon as the food comes down through the trachea into where it should be going, the acid attacks it, starts digesting your food straight away. Half of them cunts with them veneers can't even chew the food now. So they go chomp, chomp, swallow. They might have a few more chomps, but they're not chewing it properly. And when they are chewing it, the nerves have gone off the teeth, so the signals aren't going down to the intestines to release the acid to process the food properly. So what you'll notice in a lot of these people with these fake teeth is fat cheeks. They start putting weight on in mad places because they're not digesting the food accordingly. They're not set, the body's not working properly. Also, you've got teeth in your mouth called your wisdom teeth. They're called wisdom teeth for a reason. You get them wisdom teeth ripped out in God when you're not supposed to. Trust me, like, you're detaching yourself. It's just another way of detaching your body from your mind. Your teeth are very, very important, mate. And I'm not saying this as an expert, I'm just telling you this. I've read up on it years and years ago, so I've known this for a long time, basically. If you remember me 2 years ago, you people had been watching me for a while on YouTube. I was telling you about me wisdom teeth. And what me wisdom teeth done, it done one side 1 year and the other side a year later. And you know what it done? I've seen people go to the dentist in prison because of the wisdom teeth and have the jaw broken by the dentist in prison trying to get the wisdom teeth out. They're just not meant to go. They're meant to stay. And what happened with mine is they came out, the roots turned round and went back in, and they're still there now. Honest to God, that's what happened to me. I had a crazy toothache, and then once it popped, spun round, went back in, and I could pick it out on that, but I just forced it back in and left it, and it's strong again now. And then a year later, this side done it. So both my wisdom teeth sort of like forced themselves out, spun round, sat back in, and they're still there. Yous have had them ripped out. Yous have had them ripped out, mate. And you sit there ripping people about their natural teeth, regardless of what they look like, regardless of how thin and how crooked they are. You're just in no position to rip them. You just, none of yous with these £2,000 or how much you can pay for them, not one of yous are in a position to take the piss out of anyone that's got a set of teeth, but at the natural. And that's what it's getting to, isn't it? You've got people who are up in plastic looking at people going, hey, look at the teeth on him. Look at your teeth. They were developed in a laboratory down there somewhere. They're screwed into your face. Mad out there, isn't it, when you think about it? And this is why, you need to keep your girls in touch with themselves. Keep your 15, 16, 17-year-old girls in touch with themselves. If you've fucked up, you've fucked up. If you've had your lips done and you shouldn't have, and you're just living with it now, bearing with it now, because a lot of yous are. Stop sitting there like you still like your lips. Look at the state of half of them. You're in a mess. Don't let the youth do what you've done. Don't be selfish. If you've had them lips done and now you're looking like you've got crackhead lips, don't be encouraging the youth to get them done, because you know what happens when they start deteriorating. You look disfigured. You look ugly, basically, mate. And I don't know how your fellas can stay with you when you start going too far with your lips and shit. Don't give a love's not that blind. But use young girls, like, don't start getting your lips done. Honest. Look on social media. Look at these birds that have had the lips done. Not all of them. Some of them can maintain it. But a lot of them can't. A lot of them can live like that and maintain that. And they still look horrendous. They just look better than you. But they don't look better than that natural bird. Do you understand what I'm saying? Trust me, lad. Just don't get nothing done to your body. Stay real. The real man will find you. The real man will identify you if you want a real man. If you want a fake man, go and get all that fake shit done to you. It's as simple as that. Every real man does not want a bird that's fake. If your body and everything about you externally is fake, damn right inside 50% of you is fake. I don't give a shit, mate. You can't live fake outside and not be fake on the inside. What you portray on the outside is what you're like on the inside. Do you understand? What you portray to be like. Live restricted for some audiences. Oh yeah, they're in here again. People are feeling offended because I'm making valid points about how some of them are looking all of a sudden. It's not impersonal, mate. Just identifying what you know, and you've got to live with it, like I always tell you. The hardest part of life is living with it. Living with what you've done, what you know, what you haven't done, and what you don't know. Do you understand what I'm saying? Honest, you've got to live with everything you do. And at some point in your little life, you will get a consciousness. You'll elevate regardless of what you're trying to do. You'll come up a notch. And that's when you'll start thinking. And that's when everything will get heavy. And that's when everything you've done, you'll have to live with it. Because what you've done could have made him unalive himself. Could have made her harm herself. Could have made this, could have made that happen. All on your horrible and poisonous mind. You've got to live with that years later. Don't think it goes anywhere, kid. You're 19 doing that damage to people on social media or in life. When you're 30, 35, trust me, it's going to hit you on the chin. I don't care how cold you are or how hard you think you are. You've got to live with everything you do. I think I'm best coming off this for a little bit, aren't I? So I don't give them what they want to do. When I start speaking truths, when I take a lot of audience off other people, you know, when you've got people that are buzzing with 50, 60 people on there thinking of the bollocks, then I'm on live and they end up with 2 or 3 and they're going, where is everyone? Oh, they're on Darren's live. They just start. You know what they're like? Look at the creatures that you're watching. You know, look at them. It's full of suspects out there, mate. It's full of suspects on the social media, like. You need to start doing serious background checks on some of the people you're watching. Honestly, you're all coming. You get rats coming in here giving me shit, but the people that you're watching, you know, they've got history. You can go through all my history, and you won't see one offence towards women and children. Not one, mate. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? You're watching people who's got pure history there. You've got women funding half of them. I'm just thinking to myself, what he's doing. Some of them are leading double lives. Some of them on here is a he. On there he's a she. Who am I to start screaming about anyone? Everything comes out eventually.